Welcome back to another episode of the Betweenlands, where today I've just been digging up a bunch of dirt. One, for farming, we want to start getting some food production going, but also two, for terraforming. Since we're living in the marsh, it's quite a bit of a pain to walk around, and I also like the idea of terraforming a big part of the marsh. Now, there are also a couple of food plant item things we want to get while we're out here. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing any on this particular island. Now, we can make a map, but not yet because I don't have the stuff. Can I make this jump? I mean, if we do this, easy. Let's just do this. Yeah, so the food we're after, I want to make nettle soup. So we need to get a couple of types of mushroom, as well as some stinging nettle. Now, stinging nettle does hurt if you touch it. Actually, I think it's just called nettle. But it makes me think of stinging nettle in real life. And we want to do it before it gets dark again. Would be ideal. So normally you only find these, you can find the mushrooms in caves. But kind of in the swampy area, like heading over in this direction. So hopefully we can come across something. Now we've got a little bit of defense. I'm not too concerned about mobs appearing. There are still some nasty ones that can spawn. But for the most part, it should be okay. The fish can be a little bit annoying to deal with, plus if there's been anything else new added that I don't know about yet, it might also be a problem. But here's the two types of mushrooms here. So you can just eat these, but they give you it's similar to eating rotten flesh. They give you the hunger effect, but and the snail. Oh, it hit the frog. I didn't mean to hit you. Can tame them. Just need dragonfly wings. And they're pretty good for fast transport, actually. I can hear some of those bugs. Must be a cave nearby. No. Oh dear. I think water also gets the bugs off. I think. There's the nettle there, so we want to grab that. And yeah, we're kind of sorted. What are you? What is that? Well, these guys are not nice. I don't know what that crab just did. He is new. Okay, he's not nice, so... Oh, no, I'm stuck in the mud. Oh, there's multiple. Come here. What are you? Not nice. Whoa, what? Whoa. What is that? Oh dear. Okay, so... Not a huge fan of those crabs. The fact we keep getting stuck in the mud does remind me... We probably want to get one of these trees growing over at the base. So I can probably get some saplings. I think I added fast leaf decay. I definitely did. I can tell already. Right, so heading back now, just while it's still light. Seems like a good idea. Now we could even venture over to try and get some loot, but I am just aware we... Oh no, that little mushroom guy. Since it sounded like something walking, I thought it was... Yeah, we can spawn... Peat mummies can spawn. And they are not friendly. Yeah. It's so hard to walk around this area. I want to get some dirt going. Just to make it a bit better. But I also need to save some dirt for building a farm. Inside the tree, I think, is going to be the go. Probably shouldn't just be so careless with looking around for mobs either. Definitely a thing that can happen, so yeah, I'll do a little bit of this. And then let's get a farm going. And oh dear. These guys are not nice. You want to take them out as quick as you can, because if you don't, they kind of become like a floating head thing. It's quite annoying to deal with. Like that. We got them. The worst thing that can happen is they kind of like attach to another mob and then run away. Run away and they chase you for a long time. Yeah, wait, that actually wasn't too bad, but it could have been worse. That could have been worse. And he dropped a white's heart, which is good. And I just dug up one of these green metal gemmels. We'll dig into them maybe today. They could be quite useful. Alright, starting to come together. Not a bad start. Very time consuming. Very time consuming, and I had a lot of dirt and I don't now. So I want to be a little bit careful with that. Yeah, we can come in here and we can start thinking about... Now, we're going to need some more Cymerite before we can do this. We need a compost bin. We need... Oh, I've already got it saved up here. So we need 2 Cymerite ingots. Oh, look, it's night time out there. So actually I better go and get some of them before we dig too much into this other stuff. Although we can make some decent food, and I feel like this should be over here. If we make ourselves some weedwood balls, blackhead mushrooms, flathead mushrooms, and some nettle. I can get ourselves some nettle soup. Now I want to save some, because we're going to be growing that. Yeah. Not a bad food, and we can cook this other stuff. Yeah, I'll go get a little bit more Cymerite from down in the mine, and we can dig into some farming. I died. Had one of the shallow breath, which is those gas things, just floated in. And my bed was obstructed because I'm in the middle of just doing some renovations in preparation for having a farm, so haven't actually got the Cymerite yet. Hopefully we can get back in here, and hopefully the shallow breath isn't there. He's not. Yeah, we're going to have the farm down below. But turns out that doesn't count as a valid bed. But yeah, going for a slab. Slab 4. Well, it's a little bit stormy out there at the moment. Just down here, managed to grab a bunch of Cymerite and got some of this limestone. Now, I'm going to try and use this. There's one of those rock dudes. It seems like blocking doesn't work. Got him. Yeah, I want to use the limestone to start getting some extra ore. Or extra ingots from our ore, rather. So yeah, like I said last episode, it's not quite ore doubling. But you just get a chance of getting more once you put crushed limestone in the furnace. So upstairs, and we can take the shield off now. We got different wood on the floor. Rubber tree planks. Rubber tree plank slabs. Just because I had it as just the wheatwood, which is like your standard wood you get from this tree, and it just was very samey. So it looks a little bit nicer having that. Yeah. This is just our starter base anyway, so we'll probably move on to some other stuff. Another place later on. But hopefully we can make the mortar and the pestle. Now we need crag rock. Nice, so we got ourselves the mortar and a pestle. That's pretty easy. You can live here. Chuck the pestle in. Chuck the limestone in. Now you can automate it when we find life crystals. Probably not what I'd use my first life crystal for. But hey, we got some limestone flux. If we were to chuck that in there. So we had 15 samurai ore. If we process that with limestone, I think it uses 1 limestone every time, but there's only a chance you'll double. So we didn't double then, but we did double then. Yeah. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. We'll get this processed up and then let's get started on our food farm. Cool. So we ended up getting 21. So yeah, it didn't double, but some extra samurai. And we can actually make a helm because... Oh, there's actually not any more armor. But I suspect more durability. I suspect more durability. So, let's get ourselves the compost bin. We should have plenty of weedwood planks, and we'll just get 2 for now. We might want to use some of that for something else. And then there's like a foggy weather event happening, so I can't really see too far, and it even shows up inside our base. But down here is going to be my crop growing area. Plonk down these compost bins. You just left click on them to open and close them, and then we need stuff to put in there to make compost. You can't grow plants without compost. We'll grab out. I've got our swamp dirt. That's why you want to like harvest these bushes and just the different random plants you find out there. And we want to grow these things and this here. Now, what I really want is this purifier. If we can get one of these, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So if we want to grow a plant, it can grow in a small area. I don't think it matters if it's this close to stuff. So let's get like a little cross shape. And I guess this is kind of like the most efficient way to do it. And we will dig the swamp dirt. Now we need to put some of these plants in the compost bin because they actually do take a little while. I'll put them over here. You just fill the compost bin, hit it to close the lid, and eventually we'll start getting some compost. That's actually going to take a little while. That's alright. And then we can plant a plant. Plant a plant, yeah. So we can right click, and this will spread to these adjacent blocks, but only once you've fertilized the dirt. Now, since we don't have a purifier, we don't have dug purified swamp dirt. So what will happen eventually is this will become, is it corrupted or decayed? I can't remember the exact term. But essentially the dirt becomes not good anymore. I don't know, it's got like some kind of bacteria or something in it, and your plants will die. At least on that block. I don't know if it like spreads and kills other plants, I don't think so. But a little bit annoying. A little bit annoying, and we can avoid that by purifying it. But alright, so dropped everything down another layer. Just I thought it might look better. It might look better. I'm not convinced. So don't forget where I was planning on putting stuff. We'll do something like that. It should end up with a cool looking pattern, maybe. But here we go. So we got bins full of compost. You can just right click to get that out, and that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. Now, yes, I've broken the plants. You can still put the compost in when there's plants. I think I've only got that many, right? It's got the weeping blue, he's going to grow. Nettle, that's going to grow. mushrooms will grow, and mushrooms will grow. And now we just wait. And eventually that's going to spread, but this will become like corrupted over time. Unless we go and find some more octane to make a purifier. So I think it's time to head down into the mines. We might go down a fair way. Actually, we should keep the compost here. It's the best place for it. And I killed a pyrad. He was just making lots of noise and it was annoying. But yeah, that should be good. We got a little bit of food. It's going to be our main thing holding us back for now. Is a lack of food. Yeah, this should be okay. We can also see that these things are moderately corroded, so we lose damage over time as they get more corroded, and we need to find something in the mines to prevent that from happening. And actually, if this was to double, we could get a purifier which we could fix our tools with. Are we going to get lucky? Oh, nice. Okay. Let's get a purifier. Oh, we also need a bucket, but that's also not a problem. Oh, we also need... That's going to get us a bucket. And you know what? May as well get a bow. Like a couple of arrows. Could be handy. Yes, we've got a bucket. We need to get some water. I guess we'll do this down here as well. Should grab my axe. Oh, look, we can see the plants already grown. Now, these plants, if you break them with your hand, you instead get these petals. And then you'll see our decay we get like 20, almost 30 seconds of essentially regeneration. We can harvest mushrooms by breaking them, but if we hit this, we'd get nothing back. So some plants you have to harvest, or most of them actually, you have to harvest with the shears. And you have to harvest these with shears if you want to get the actual plant itself for growing more of them. That's pretty cool. Okay, we got another bucket of swamp water. Now we have an infinite pool. We'll get our purifier. And he wants to be filled with water. He's full. Cool. And then we can chuck some sulfur in him, and we can start purifying stuff. So this pickaxe is moderately corroded. And once this finishes, which does take a little while, he will no longer be corroded. And we can purify dirt as well, which we'll do, and then it won't ever become corrupted. Eventually the compost does disappear, and you need to refill it, but better than the plants dying, right? It is daytime. I wouldn't mind going and trying to get some loot, actually. Now that we're starting to get some... There we go. Starting to get some food and gear sorted. And purified swamp dirt. Pretty straightforward. Nothing amazing here, and you only really need to do the centre bits. I wouldn't worry too much about the outer bits, and you can see it's a different colour too. So you do that. Put the compost in. Let's see, we've got an achievement. Use purified swamp dirt for your farm. And now we don't have to worry about these becoming corrupted. Which is nice. One less thing to worry about. Sweet. So I think we're kind of sorted now. Let's go and have a look at what loot we can get. I don't really want to fight that pirate. He's right there though. He's right there. I can probably sneak out this way. Just because they are annoying, we don't have a lot of arrows. You can get arrows fairly easily. And we should do this too. It's going to fill with rubber, and we'll be able to use that to make rubber boots. Which lets you run over mud really easily. Really easily. It's quite nice, actually. But we'll look at doing that in a future episode. Cool. And yes, sometimes termites come out of the pots. And they don't drop anything good. They're just a pain. Oh, and we got like a little bit of lore. And this is the thing that can spawn in the peat swamp, which is always a terrifying experience. Especially the first time that happens. And I would like to be able to jump up to that. Yeah. Oh, these are actually good. These things are essentially waystones, but you have to link them to a minher, which I don't think I've seen one yet. So they're kind of like waystones that you can't move. So it could be an idea to build your base next to one. And it's going to come in very useful later on when we're sort of traveling around trying to find dungeons. Being able to get back home is going to be quite good. Actually, right here is one of those essentially waystone things I was talking about. So this is kind of close to our base, but we need to take this guy out. Can't have him running around. Yes, waystone thing. If we grab one of these wayfinders, I got another one. Still didn't get the item I'm looking for. Oh, hey. Easy target. Cool. So this is now linked to this minhar. It uses XP, but we can teleport back here, which would be nice. Now there's the base. I was gonna swing round and grab this spawner. Probably want to take that breath. It's called shallow breath. We want to take that guy out. They're pretty nasty if they get too close to you, especially if you're not expecting them. It's a termite spawner. I mean, like, we can grind XP here. XP is useful for some items. But the main thing I'm after is... Why am I stuck? The main thing I'm after is the loot in the chest. Let's just grab it. Oh, Valenite, that's quite nice. My inventory's full of junk. Oh dear. Alright, man, we're not quite ready for that. Let's run away. Oh dear. Oh dear. I feel like there was some other good stuff there. We don't need this. Don't need any of that. Arrows are good. Food's good. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh dear. Stuck in the mud. Stuck in the mud. Yeah, so we could probably make some sort of XP farm with that. It'd be a little bit annoying to do. I don't think we can stop mobs from spawning with light. I don't think light affects mob spawning from spawners, from Betweenlands spawners. Yeah, I mean, grab his last couple of loot pots, and that'll probably be us. No great loot. Not the thing I was looking for anyway. Which we can see it in JI. Now, is this the tree? Is this my tree? Or is this a different one? I have a feeling this might be a different one. Which is not great. I think this is a completely different tree. This is not the tree our base is in. Okay. That's not ideal. Not ideal, which also means that minehar we set our waystone to probably isn't the best one. Yeah, I thought I was staying close enough that I wasn't going to get lost, but at some point I got turned around. I'm a little bit lost. Oh, there's a big tree. I'm picking that's probably us. No, not the mud. You better believe that if a peat mummy spawns, you're going to get stuck in the mud running away from it. See, this is the spawner I thought I was looking at. That's definitely our base. Oh, death breath, shut up, breath. No. That was close. Let's not visit that spawner. I want to get back to the base with my loot. Always quite a relief making it back. Yeah, so we got a few white hearts. That wayfinder we don't really want, so we'll unlink it. Yeah, unless there's another one close. Might not be that useful. They can kind of spawn anywhere. But we do want one that we could set up like a path where we can run back pretty quickly. Alright, we got our farm set up. We've got a little bit of loot, and yeah, we've only died a couple of times so far. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.